Thank you very much, Kevin. Well, I'm very happy to be back here for the third year at LSI. And a lot has happened over this last year. I have very exciting things to report, which you'll hear about in my presentation. But most importantly, to highlight, we received IDE and IRB approval and started our 25-patient clinical study. We've actually completed 21 patients so far, and that will soon be completed. In addition, we received 3 patents. So we got 3 national phase patents issued, specifically related to our technology. Received a $400,000 grant from the NCI, National Cancer Institute, to support development on one of our technologies, and that's the technology that we also received the NCI grant on. So those are exciting things that have happened over this last year. Now let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing. Many of you are probably well aware that early stage diagnosis of cancer, particularly lung cancer, actually can lead to cures. And there's been a significant increase in the amount of individuals who are being screened who are at risk for lung cancer. Well, the standard therapy for this is surgical resection. And oftentimes it's very difficult to identify or locate that lesions intraoperatively. The standard of care typically is a lobectomy or a segmentectomy. But we want to drive those early stage cancers to a wedge resection, preserving as much lung tissue as we can, but also providing a clear margin. We do that through GPS navigation, be able to guide the surgeon to the location where the lesion is, resect it out, having that clear margin. And that's exactly what we're doing in our clinical study now, and that's what the data has been showing. We place an electromagnetic sensor close to where the lesion is. And we also have sensors on the cutting instruments that gives us the real-time distance from the lesion to our sensor. It's been very, very exciting. We're very happy at the progress that we've been able to make so far and show clinically. We have 3 different ways where we can really place that sensor. One is just by palpation and feel of the lesion itself within the lung, or through guidance, either intraoperative CT imaging and the electromagnetic sensor that's located within our percutaneous needle to actually place it close to the lesion. And the third that we're most excited about is the bronchoscopic delivery of our electromagnetic sensor. And that's exactly what we received our NCI grant on in the development of the bronchoscopic approach to that delivery. This is a video of one of our patients from the clinical study itself. It's being done at the Brigham and Women's Hospital. It's a feasibility study, 25 patients. As I mentioned earlier, we've done 21 so far. We place the electromagnetic sensor, in this instance, under direct guidance, bring the stapler in. The surgeon sees on the monitor what the distance readings are from the surgical stapler to the actual cut line itself. So he's getting real-time information and data on what those distances are. Makes the cuts in the pathology lab. When we've compared our measurements to our digital measurements to the pathologist measurements, we're always showing that we are not less than what the pathology is measuring, which is what's most important. So the tissue sample comes out with our digital measurement as well as the pathologist measurement showing a clear margin. The market sizes are really quite large, not just in the resection of lung tumors, but we see a number of other soft tissue cancers that we can apply our technology to, including liver, thyroid, head and neck, brain cancers, as well as potentially breast cancers in the future as well. So the markets are significant both in the US and globally for the work we're doing. We do have clear predicates for a Class 2 device and a 510K. So we anticipate that we'll take our data from our feasibility study and do our pre-sub meeting with the FDA, and we'll be doing that sometime in the second quarter of this year. Our patents, as I mentioned earlier, we have 3 patents that have issued. We have a number of other patents now that we're currently filing, both internationally as well as in the US. The competitive environment. Primarily, most of the navigation systems that are there for thoracoscopic approaches are really used by the pulmonologists for lung biopsies. So we really see our technology as a bridge from the pulmonologist doing the biopsies using systems like from Medtronic or Ion from Intuitive, but as a way to then bridge directly to the thoracoscopic surgeon for the actual removal of the lesion after biopsy. So these are very, very good partners for the technology that we're doing, and also very good partners for our bronchoscopic approach to delivering our electromagnetic sensor. To date, we've run very capital efficient from the standpoint that we're a virtual company. So we've raised to date $4.5 million. That's gotten us to the clinic and will get us through our clinical study. We're now currently raising our B round, which in total will be approximately $7 million. And that'll take us through, in the virtual mode as we are now, through our 510(k) application. Strategic partners can be a variety, both from a endoscopic minimally invasive company, a robotic company, as well as the imaging companies like Philips or Siemens. This is the team here. Our founders are from the Brigham and Women's Hospital. We have also a scientific advisory board that covers both neurosurgery, head and neck, pulmonology, and thoracic surgery. So in summary, we've raised a total of $4.5 million. We're in the midst of doing our B round, which we're forecasting at $7 million in total. That brings us through 510(k) application. So with that, I'm finished a little bit early, but I didn't know if maybe we can take a question or two, if that's all right, in my last 2 minutes, if there's any questions from the audience. I know that may be a little bit out of character here, but I thank you very much, and I appreciate the opportunity to be able to tell you a little bit about navigation sciences.